Hey there, Cosmic Warriors, and welcome to this live reading with me, Hannah. So, I am this live reading session. So, I'm just going to wait for people to join. So, I need to take these off, they're kind of annoying me. So I'm going to wait for people to join this live stream, see who is interested in booking a live mini reading this evening. We'll see how long I go for. We'll see. And let's see who joins. I'm going to wait for more viewers to tune in, comment, let me know if you're here, say hello. Great to have you here. Even if you just want to tune in and see what a live reading session is like, what it's all about. If there's anything that maybe you can learn from how I read charts, or if there's any critiques you even have for yourself. Let's see. It is a Sunday. Sunday, still Cancer season, right? The sun is in Cancer, very close to Leo season. Leo season is coming in about 2 days. Gotta love Leo season. It's the height of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. It can be quite warm already, even during Cancer season. It's very warm. But Leo season, I quite like Leo season. Even though it happens in my 12th house, I do feel like I refresh a lot. I'm able to clear a lot of space, right? And then by Virgo season, then boom, the sun comes into my first house. And then all of those other planets in Virgo, I've already got Mars there in Virgo. So I would say that my drive has certainly shifted in ways that are more productive lately over the past number of weeks. So yes, I'm just rambling here, honestly. I am going to see if anybody is interested in joining. If not, that's completely fine. I will be a projector and I will wait. I will wait and see who wants to join, who wants to tune in. And the way you book, by the way, is in the description box. Oh, and hi, Kissio. Hi, welcome to you. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, so I also want to mention that there is a quick survey in the description of this video. The survey is for us to build a trip together, which I think would be super exciting. Could you imagine us astrology lovers coming together, going to an awesome location, destination, doing fun activities together, talking about astrology, making friends, making connections, making memories together? It would be an absolute dream. So to make it a reality, the survey is down below. Hemlada, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So you're asking about transits, spices, karmic lessons. So in order to book a mini reading, you need to go to the description box and the instructions are there. You go to the link and essentially via that link, I will need your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. Sorry, I'm just a little bit distracted because I'm looking at the cat in the garden. She seems to have found something, I don't know. And if nobody books for this one, it's all good. It is all good. It's all good in the hood. It means then that I can chill. Maybe go to bed for a while. That projector life. But yeah, if you are on the live stream, don't be afraid to say hi. And if I don't get any readings for this particular session, which is understandable, by the way, then I'll probably just remove the video and then we can try again next week. I guess the summertime can be a difficult one because a lot of people they're enjoying their time off. They're probably on holiday. Yep. Hello, Caroline. Welcome to you. Hi. From SA, from South Africa. Am I right in saying that? I hope I'm saying that correctly. No problem. No problem. Hello to Mr. Futuretastic. I hope you're having a good day. And same thing to you, Caroline. And I was just saying there that there is a survey below. So even if you don't want to book a reading for this session, there is a survey. And that survey will only take you a couple of minutes. And it's a way for us to travel together. Yes. So for us to travel together. And there are a good few choices, right? There are a good few choices to choose from. Let me even go on and look at what has been submitted so far. Bear with me. But how exciting would that be? It would be amazing. Honestly, it would be amazing. Okay, yeah, popular destinations. We seem to have quite a few European destinations there. We have Thailand as an option. Bali. People are choosing Bali, Thailand. Those places would be lovely, wouldn't they? Japan. Oh, amazing. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking from what I said in my post about it, I did mention Thailand as one of my personal options. And also there's Vietnam as one of my options. And the last one, I'm forgetting. India. India was my last one. We also have, as a popular destination, Costa Rica. Oh, these are choosing really beautiful places. What a question. Do I plan on doing another astrology competition or other fun stuff? So are you referring to Mr. Futuretastic? Are you referring to the art competition from a good few years ago? Because that was one of my favorite astrology years. It was 2019. I remember it. It was pre-COVID. 2019 summer. I remember that summer. And I remember going to the local coffee shop to write each of the eBooks every season. And then there were all of those entries, the submissions of all of the talented people, you talented viewers, sending in your art. And I remember filming a video for each ebook. That was a good old days. Maybe I'm kind of leaning a bit into Jupiter and Cancer. Good old days. That was what, 6 years ago? Oh my goodness. What? 6 years ago. But no, so I'm sorry. I was just kind of reminiscing there, going into my brain. But to answer your question, what do you think? Like my question to you would be, what do you think would be good? What kind of astrology competition would you want to see? Let me know. Just comment even your ideas, even if we use this session right now and people don't necessarily have to book a reading with this session, if we can use this session within the chat just to talk and like, let me know your ideas, right? So we have basically to let you know what's coming, right, to the Hannah's Elsewhere channel. We have the asteroids that are going to get finished up, the 4 major asteroids, which are Ceres, Vesta, Juno, and Pallas Athena. So there is a podcast episode for each of those asteroids. And then there's going to be a video for each of the signs. So we're going to go through all 12 signs for all of those asteroids. And then after that, so once we wrap up those videos, which I'm hoping to do during Mercury retrograde because they're technically older projects. So it's kind of like clearing the path with Mercury retrograde, revisiting older creative endeavors. But then moving forward, there will be a new series coming in the next number of weeks. And it's going to be so much about synastry. And I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like it's an area that I haven't touched on, I haven't talked about, so I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to kind of share my views and my voice, my opinion about synastry, to share it with you. But as for an astrology competition, we will see. Though I'm not sure, Mr. Futuretastic, if you already knew about the eBooks. So I'm thinking maybe you didn't realize that. But still, just let me know if you have any ideas. I'm open to ideas. And I also want to say thank you so much to those of you who have submitted the surveys. It's a big help, a big help. And it looks like we're getting a good bit of people in, which is nice. It's nice to see. And it's just a matter of continuing and seeing what happens. Let's let the fates decide. Oh yeah. So yes, just a reminder that the travel survey is in the description box. And also, if you do want to book a quick reading for this particular session, the link is down below. If I don't get anybody booking in the next, I'm going to go with 4 minutes. So we'll give it till 20 past 6. Let's go with 6 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes. We'll go with 20 minutes on the clock. I'm just going to wrap it up then, which works well. Works well for me. Hi to Utam. Welcome to you. Do 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 do. You got a Stephanie, I got a Stephanie. Oh, nice, Casey. No problem. No problem. Sounds good. Sounds good. Nice. Okay. Hello, Dan. Welcome to you. Kessio, I have a question for you, if that's okay. Just whilst you're booking. If you let me know if you hear this. Just have a quick question. My question is, if I even wrap up this session and you are booking, would you be okay with me doing your mini reading today or tomorrow? And then I will send you it. Does that work okay with you? Or do you specifically want for your reading to be this done live? Let me know. And Dan. Oh, nice. Okay. Are you an Aquarius? Is that your sign? Your sun sign? Curious. And a reminder. Okay. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Right. That's no problem, KCO. So it's still going to be the same price as advertised here. We can do that, and yeah, then that means I can do your reading behind the scenes, send it to you, and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up, honestly, everybody, because I do feel a bit like the energetically, I need to maybe wrap it up, have a bit of rest, trust the process. Mars is conjunct the South Node right now, and I do feel this call to maybe take a step back. Yeah. And perhaps. Oh, right, okay, interesting. And it is going to be your birthday then soon, Dan, as well, because you're a Leo. When's your birthday? Yeah, you know what I'm just going to do? What I'm going to do is this. KCO, if you want to continue with that, go ahead. Go ahead. And like I say, I will get your mini reading to you within about 24 hours, right? I will do that. And what I'm feeling right now is I'm going to take away this booking link and I'm going to just maybe chat for 10 minutes. Oh, the 17th of August. Got you, Dan. Got you. I see. Oh, right. Okay. No, scratch that, everybody. Scratch it. We have another member who has booked. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go with it then. KCO, if you're there and you do book, if you book right now, I can do yours first. Oh, no problem. No problem at all. And I do want to say thank you to Grace for booking as well. I will get both of your charts ready. And before I talk about your charts, I want to highlight again that there is a travel survey below. And it's just a great opportunity for us to travel together, which I think would be so exciting. It would be amazing to meet you in person It would be amazing to create a community environment about astrology whilst we travel and we see beautiful destinations. We eat amazing food. Yeah, just to have, in-person chats would be incredible. It would be incredible. Yeah. Right. Let me get myself prepared. Let me get myself set up as I put in both of your information. Okay. Okay, Casey, no problem. Grace, great, thank you. Okay. 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 Let me see here a second. Okay. I'm just getting this information loaded. Oh, Martha, no problem, no problem. Let me see. Yep. Okay, Casey, let's have a look. Now your chart. I'm going to save your chart a second. And I want to say too that these are mini readings. If you would like to book a full reading with me, you can visit my website, hannahselsewhere.com. Thank you so much. Okay, save. So we're going to do KCOs first, and then Grace, you're going to be next. Thank you very much for your patience. And let me know too about that question from earlier. So someone asked, do you plan on doing an astrology competition again or other fun stuff? So yeah, let me know what your ideas are, what you think. What do you think I could do? Maybe as a way to get the audience involved. I really enjoyed that art competition from a few years back, getting you involved. It was amazing. But anyway, right. Okay. So KCO, I'm just trying to load this so I can find your question. It's taken a minute to come through. Why are you doing this to me, email? Why are you doing this to me? Let me see. Maybe I can find it on here. Okay, show. Okay, right, interesting. So your servers, KCO, and how you can keep it up with your two servers. Okay, let's have a look, because I do remember you booking a reading before, and you asked about your Discord and things like that. Okay, let me just quickly look through the chat so I can keep up to date with what I'm doing there, and then I'm going to focus solely on the chart. When I'm focusing on the chart, I'll not be looking at the chat, okay? I have received your reading submission successfully, Grace, to let you know. And I see your questions and everything, so you're all good. So that's all in place for you, right? Yeah, all in place. Oh, amazing. You said it was spot on. Ah, great. Hey, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. That is great news, KCO. Okay, let me get your transits and things like that ready. So it's about your 2 servers that you started. Let me have a look here. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, let's think about this for you. 2 new ones. Is there a delay for me on my side? I think we're all good. We're all good, Grace. So I'm going to get through KCOs first, and then you're going to be next, and then it'll be Martha. So thank you very much for your patience. Right, let's explore you, KCO, and I will not be looking at the chat whilst I go through this. Okay. Basically, what we notice for you is that, well, firstly, it's a Mercury retrograde. We are experiencing a Mercury retrograde right now, and the Mercury retrograde in Leo will happen until about the 11th of August. So what's quite important about that for you is that Mercury will at some point align with Chiron in the 6th house. So I am thinking that this will be a good opportunity for you to maybe revisit older habits or patterns related to your creativity, your inner child. Maybe there's some kind of creative blockage that you will address. And through that process, you may actually experience new insights or a fresh perspective, or there could be maybe this realignment with respect to your creativity. So I do see this as somewhat influential and positive. But what I'm also going to say is, and I have to be upfront about what I really see, okay? What I'm also going to say is that Mercury retrograde, especially around the 10th of August, 11th of August, it will make squares to the Sun and Mars in your chart, and also whilst aligning with Chiron. So even just in general, right, there are the squares to all of your Scorpio, the Scorpio stuff, more so Mars and the Sun I'm going to highlight, but still what this indicates is that this is your opportunity to maybe address your fears, okay, to address what might be in some respects holding you back from being somewhat, I would say, confident in your abilities, confident in your achievements, and celebrating yourself in this regard. So I'm thinking that this could be a significant shift within you psychologically that actually gives you a lot of perspectives that get you moving in a different way. So it's through this process, going within, maybe addressing past habits, past ways that maybe you have diminished yourself or played small, belittled yourself, this kind of stuff. So it's through revisiting those past versions that it's almost as if to say you can transform, okay? You can come out anew. There is that rebirth present when we consider Scorpio placements. And here's another thing. There's going to be a new moon coming in Leo. The new moon is going to happen on the 24th of July. And it's going to be at 2 degrees and it's going to oppose this Saturnian influence for you, right? And remember, Saturn rules your Capricorn energy, your North Node. And we did talk about in your reading, your full chart reading, about this North Node influence in Capricorn in the 11th and with Uranus and everything, and how this can indicate your life path, your direction, being about communities, groups, right? With Uranus, it's very technological, it's very innovative. In Capricorn, this is very business savvy to a large extent, but it's also, and I think this is something we did mention in your reading, it was about having those solid limits or knowing what your limits are. Hey, self-respect, okay? See, in a way, I think safeguarding yourself. So when we think about the new moon that will take place in Leo on the 24th of July, it's going to oppose Pluto. And where is Pluto? Pluto is very close to your natal Saturn. So there's something that's being reconstructed. There's something that's being broken apart. It's sort of like you breaking things apart and then you start to rebuild. You see, oh, okay, this is a different sequence. Let me try it this way. Because with Aquarius, it is very much about experimentation. And we see this, right? We see your innovative mindset, your experimental mindset, and how you tend to think ahead. Even Uranus with the North Node there indicates that you are quite an inventive person. You're able to take something that is already there, that already exists. It could be something old, maybe somewhat traditional, and you can refresh it or you can reorganize it and make it more progressive, right? So I'm thinking then the new moon in Leo, use that to your benefit. Use it to set new intentions to do with this whole new project, this new creative project of yours. Because I do see this as with your servers, it's something that's very creative, right? Even the moon, remember the moon is in Cancer in your 5th house. So 5th house is our creativity, is our creative projects. Moon, Cancer, is the nurturer, the caregiver. So you nurture your creativity, you nurture your projects, you treat them almost like they are to be looked after, right? They're to be looked after like your own children. So the new moon is also going to very much be close to that moon influence for you in the 5th. So again, similar themes here. This is about planting new seeds to do with your creativity and your own inner healing in a good way too, because remember that Chiron influence in Leo. And what's also going to be involved is Ceres in Sagittarius in the 10th. And that's something I don't think we touched on in your reading, but Ceres is also such a nourishing body. It's known as this dwarf planet / asteroid of care and support and nurture, self-care. So I I, to a large extent, KCO, see this as your public role, the way you show up basically online, this platform of yours, it's about self-care. It's something that makes you feel so satisfied, so fulfilled, so good. So the trine to the new moon, I think, is going to highlight or activate these kinds of feelings, this acknowledgement, and this protection, this support. And I'm also going to mention then with the new moon, it will also make a squares to some of your Scorpio planets in the 9th. So this could be a major philosophical, could be a breakthrough, it could be a renew, it could be even something about what you publish, what you share, right? Because the 9th house is about our publications. So those things, yes, being tested, it's almost as if to say your patience may be tested along your journey to do with the new moon in Leo, but it's also about inviting this resilience. Like, yeah, you know what? I can do this. I'm so glad that I committed to this, or I showed up. This is the attitude. And even the new moon will make trines to Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde in your 2nd house. So I'm thinking this could be a whole new opportunity to do with possibly making money from these servers of yours. That's where it could lead. But because those planets are retrograde, you're still having to revisit the very foundation of what you're building. So what I'm trying to get at here, KCO, is nurture, right? Pour into these servers. I'm thinking that it is to a large extent, it's what you put in, and then that's what you're going to get out. And that's what the North Node in Capricorn is trying to teach you. Right. Well, this is a mini session, and that's you. That's you, KCO. Thank you so much. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Let me see here. Right. Let me keep up to date. Let me see who's booking, what's happening. Right. We have Grace. Grace, thank you for booking. I am going to get your reading ready right now. So we do have more people coming in unexpectedly. I was so close to leaving earlier. I was like, I'm going to go to bed, everybody. And now people are booking, and I do feel a bit more energized. I'm such a projector. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You wait for the invitation, and then you get invitations, and then you're like lit up. Yeah. Okay, let's see. But thank you very much, KCO. I just want to say thank you. And I'm really glad that the previous reading of yours was spot on. Great news. Right, Grace, we are focusing on you now. Grace, I have a question for you just about location-wise. It's really, I don't know. Are you okay with me saying about the location? Oh, KCO. I'm just trying to understand. Let me even look it up. Let me look it up on Google. Let me see. Ah, okay, that was my mistake. Okay, I see. Spellings. Spellings. We got it. We got it. No worries. Don't be worrying. We got it. Okay, double check, double check, double checks. Mercury retrograde. We're vibing. We're doing this. We're getting on with it. We're making things happen. Okay, let's see. Quickly, I want to say, everybody, that there is a travel survey in the description box. Great opportunity for us to travel together as a community, as a group. How amazing would that be? So, if you're interested, if you want to make that happen, let's do it. Fill in the survey. Yes, indeed. Okay, Grace, I am pulling up your chart now. Thank you very much for being so patient with me, and to everybody for being so patient with me. Hey, Mercury retrogrades, you have to sort of just embrace it and just go, yep, it's going to be slower. We're going to do this slower. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Do you have your birth location then? Because I would rather use your birth location than unless you want me to use your current location. Unless you want me to, that's fine. So we have Grace and then Martha and then Shay. Hey, Shay, welcome back. Yeah, let me know, Grace. Would you like me to use the Australian location, or would you like me to use your birth location? I can go with that. I mean, you have already put it in. So Oh, right, okay. It's just there's a piece of both there. Interesting. Okay, I see. Thank you for confirming. This is why Mercury retrograde. We gotta confirm. Thank you. Okay. Let's enter this in. No problem. No problem. Okay. Brilliant. Got it. Got it. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. And Grace, is this your first time? Is this your first time booking? Is this your first time booking a reading in general, or have you had your chart read before? So career, finances, next year. Next year. Okay. In the next year. Okay. Year. Okay. Hello, Irish Ryan. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. Give me a moment then, please, Grace, so I can look at your chart and we will go from there. Finances, career, community, employment, training. Okay. Okay, let's begin for you, Grace, and we're going to break this down from now till next year. Do keep in mind, okay, no problem. Do keep in mind that these are mini readings. I'm not going to be able to go into a lot of depth or detail. These are mini readings. But of course, if you would like to book a full reading with me, then you can visit my website, hannahselsewhere.com, and we're going to go from here then. Right. I will not be looking at the chat whilst I read your chart, but I will check in with you in a moment, okay? So what we notice first and foremost here for you, Grace, is the North Node is traveling through your second house of money. And the North Node is in Pisces. So what this indicates to me is that there is something that's coming to a close. There's something that you are finalizing or you're trying to end, you're trying to wrap up. And remember that the North Node will continue through your second house all the way until about June of 2026. So essentially that will be for the next year. And when we look at the very step you're in, the kind of part of this journey you're at, we notice that the very ruler of your second house, so the ruler of your money, it's your money planet, as per se, Jupiter, that is in Cancer, right? So it's traveling through your sixth house. So we see the amount of support and care that you're putting into your resources right now. There's something tenacious about what you're doing work-wise. And we also see that the moon already is in Cancer in the sixth. So for you, this is so important, right? It's important to you that you do nurture your work, that you do nurture your services, what you offer, what you provide. And we do also possibly see this as you maybe supporting others through their own emotions, supporting them, maybe when it comes to guidance and intuition. Could be a case of you working heavily with, could be females, for instance, or mothers, just as examples. We could also look at this through a lens of maybe trying to build some type of community, because we also see that the other Jupiter ruled sign, Sagittarius, right? Well, Sagittarius is in the 11th house of community. Uranus is also there. So you're here, big part of your purpose in this life is to shake things up community-wise. This is about your vision. This is about providing hope, getting other people to believe in themselves. And so with Jupiter also playing a role, transiting the sixth house for you, we're seeing this drive, right? Cancer is a very driven sign. This drive going into that of educating within community. So you're on the right track is what I'm going to say here. It's almost like you are aligned with what the astrology truly is getting at. And I'm also going to say you have an Aquarius rising. Aquarius risings are here to build community. One of your chart rulers, Uranus, is in the 11th house. So this indicates your unique vision, your inspiration. And the other ruler of your ascendant, Saturn, is in Scorpio with Mars in Scorpio. So you're very determined as a person. You have a lot of stamina, a lot of resilience. When you want to get to work and you want to build, boy, do you build. So what's interesting about this is transit Jupiter is going to, well, it's already doing it. It's making a trine, this trine to Saturn and Mars in the 10th house. So we are seeing this transitional period happening within your career. We're seeing this structure, this foundation you're building, but we're also seeing the amount of love. It's the love that you're pouring into what you're doing, what you're creating. Therefore, financially speaking, right, when we think about finances over the next number of months to a year or so, of course, Jupiter will even be in Cancer until about June next year as well. So when we think about that, I think what the North Node in Pisces is trying to say is that a lot of this stuff is about faith, divine timing, trusting the process, but it's also about what you're building, what you are creating. Even the North Node, that alignment with the 10th house influences for you. So I'm thinking that you are on the right path. And let me also take a moment here to consider how at the beginning of this journey for you, things may have been quite uncertain because it was around June time. I think it was June that Jupiter first entered Cancer, but it was around June time that Jupiter would have directly opposed Neptune for you. And so what I'm getting at here is you feeling a bit unsure or uncertain, maybe a bit directionless, like, okay, I have a vision, I have a dream for this, but I mean, how can I really build? How can I really create with this? And so I think that you do possess your natal Jupiter, right? It's in Capricorn. You have an entrepreneurial spirit and it's very much within you, but it's also a question of how often do you let it out? How often do you see it in front of you or embrace it as a part of you? And I'm thinking that with Jupiter right now in the position it's in, opposing this natal Jupiter, you're learning a few lessons about how to approach things, approach matters, working matters through more of this intuitive perspective, more of this emotional, sensitive perspective. And I think also this potentially aligns to a great extent with these Piscean themes of trust, stillness. What I'm getting from this is when you're still, that's when a lot of these sort of downloads, cosmic insights, they pour through. But there's more to this because we also notice that Uranus has just entered Gemini. And sure, Uranus will go back into Taurus around November time. So you're still not quite finished with that part, but let me highlight Uranus traveling through your 5th house over the next 7 years, 8 years, something like that. Well, that transit is going to be full of, oh my goodness, so many brilliant ideas. Like, you may feel as if there are so many ideas, too many ideas to implement, to try. You could be overwhelmed with thoughts and inspiration and these cosmic insights, but there's this excitement, I think, with the journey ahead. Now, there's also going to be these perhaps uncertainties or these self-doubts to do with what you're sharing, because you've already got Chiron in Gemini. You've also got the North Node there. So in actuality, you're here, your mission to a large extent, your soul's mission with the North Node, it is to communicate. It's to communicate. It's to possibly teach. It's to possibly express yourself in a way where you can share, you can engage, you can have fun. I'm thinking even about you bringing play to this community. Even what will happen I would say about 3 years into this 7-year transit with your Uranus, you will experience your Uranus opposition. So that's going to be quite eye-opening for you in terms of groups, communities. What I'm getting from this basically is this year, right? You want to know about this year? Use it as an opportunity to lay the foundation. It's about laying the solid foundation, and then what's going to happen is you'll be able to build from that place and innovate from that place. And if there's anything that you want to change, if there are certain breakthroughs that occur whenever that Uranus opposition happens over the next few years, then maybe that's where you will feel this greater calling or this greater inspiration. I kind of get from this you reaching new heights, you going more than you think. It's almost as if to say what you think you're capable of, well, you're capable of so much more. And you're going to see. You're going to see how exciting and remarkable things are going to open up for you. Okay. So, Grace, that was yours. It's a mini reading, of course. What I'm going to do is we are going to talk to Martha, and we're also going to talk to Shay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I'm fully booked for this particular session, right? And I'm also going to say, reminder everybody, that if you would like to travel together, how amazing would that be? There is a survey link in the description box. Okay. Martha, let's have a look at yours. And thank you very much, Grace. Okay, let me double check your information. Do I have everything? I think I do. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let's see. Let's have a look for you, Martha. Ah, it was on your end. Oh, no problem, Grace. And that's great. No problem. I'm glad. I look forward to possibly serving you in the future then for getting a full reading. And I'm really glad that your mini reading resonated. And Shay, I've got you, Shay. Don't you worry, I've got you. You're going to be after Martha. And Martha, I'm going to show your chart. Give me a moment, please, whilst I read your chart. And I will not be looking at the chat whilst I read, okay? Ooh. Okay, let's see. Venus. Mhm. Okay, we're going to begin, and bear with me because I'm going to try and break this down bit by bit, and I could be quite slow in my delivery. Okay, Martha, let's talk about you. A lot to do with finances, a lot to do with your career. Well, the first thing to note is we see that Saturn and Neptune have recently entered into the 8th house. So they've been there for a good number of weeks. Both are now retrograde. So, what does this mean? Essentially, I want you to think about how the 8th house is related to other people's money, shared resources, debt, taxes, losses. So, we could look at this through a lens of you feeling the pressure to do with those areas, you feeling somewhat restricted and confined, or a bit doubtful, possibly. A bit like, oh my goodness, a lot of things are piling up on top of me. Will I be able to afford this thing? Can I keep at this for long, this particular within this role? Can I actually support not just myself, but my partner, or how can I support my family? You know, these kinds of questions could arise. I'm thinking too that this stuff could be strongly tied to your schedules, your routines, right? It's work, tied to work. And then also possibly, like I'm trying to get at, could be children, tied to your children. So with those certain planets being retrograde, there is this reconstructing, reorganizing influence going on. But then there is also this uncertainty, this type of haze, this fog, and possibly levels of, I'm just going to say, being overly idealistic. But then equally, you could be battling with periods of being overly pessimistic or cynical, right? It's this type of connection with the two. But what I want you to recognize is that both planets being retrograde highlights to me that older patterns, could be older debts, older tax matters, older joint financial matters, business endeavors, those kinds of things. They could be coming up, and honestly getting you to look, right? Have this honest review, be honest with yourself, right? Is this joint business situation working? Is this repayment plan working? Is this way of earning money or contributing to the household, contributing to a business, is it working? Aries is so much about being honest and straightforward with ourselves, even if the truth can be a bit difficult to accept. But then there's more, okay? There is more. Because whilst you're revisiting all of that, which these matters are going to continue over the next number of months, which honestly, this can be a beneficial thing for you. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. But we also see that Mars is right with the South Node right now in your first house. So we see a type of cutting away. We see a release. This, for example, could be a habit, an attitude. This could be how you view yourself, how you view the world. Maybe doing away with an outdated, unhealthy way of coping or an unhealthy way of managing your energy levels or managing shared resources, shared accounts, right? Mars cuts, there's like a cutting to Mars. The South Node is a release. So I want you to try and think of this, hopefully not from a place of, oh my goodness, why me? Like, this is awful, but maybe, and don't get me wrong, that can be hard. I don't want to invalidate anybody's feelings, but I'm thinking too that this could be a case of, right, whenever I have this honest review of my life, my habits, my daily practices, through that process, there can be a lot of growth. And this is where actually the North Node comes in, because the North Node is in Pisces, and you have experienced this North Node return, right? The North Node return is a major karmic check-in. It's your opportunity to really see, am I aligned with my soul's mission? Am I aligned with my spiritual path? So what can this suggest for you? This is about easing up on this incessant need to kind of control and micromanage things, and to welcome greater periods of spiritual insight. A lot of acceptance comes through this. Maybe looking to greater self-compassion, self-forgiveness. Maybe also this is about welcoming an ending, some type of ending or a closing of a cycle when it comes to partnerships, contracts, business deals, agreements. And I'm also going to highlight, and I said I would come back to this, I'm going to highlight that come September, Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde, they're both going to come back into the 7th, and they are going to align, connect with Venus. Venus is your money planet, right? Venus rules your second house of money. So what does this mean? You have another opportunity to go back in and to assess how you might merge, overly speaking, with other people when it comes to money. You're going to be asked to revisit older narratives, older foundations, older restrictions and limitations to do with your resources, your personal spending. What is really coming through here is cutting that addictive tendency, cutting that habit that you know deep down, it's not healthy, it's not good for you. Maybe this, for example, could also be about finally accepting that you can't support another person the way you once could, the way you once did. Or this could be about you once again revisiting your boundaries within relationships. We think about here with Pisces, right? There can be the whole thing of takers, just takers. And then I'm thinking, from these takers, is it that that's where maybe you've accumulated, could be debt, you've accumulated financial struggles and stress for yourself? Even the moon is in Libra, and that moon and Libra influence can lean towards those possible people-pleasing tendencies. But then again, we also want to think about it another way, because this could quite literally be you supporting someone, caring for someone, right? And that person could even be your mother, right? That, I mean, this could be someone who's unwell, who's poorly, and it's like, yes, I'm I'm still to support them and look after them. And maybe that's partly where the stress is coming from as well. So that's what I'm also going to. So if we were to kind of think of this a different way, maybe September till the rest of the year, you'll have an opportunity to really reevaluate. Okay, how can I be honest about how much I'm giving and receiving? Pisces can really merge, but can merge in a way where it's too much. It's too much. And don't get me wrong, it can be very charitable, loving, very giving to others, giving from your heart, and that is a big part of your purpose too. But with Saturn involved, Neptune involved, I am thinking that some kind of closure is going to really wrap up. Things are going to come to a close, I'm thinking, towards the end of the year, coming into 2026. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. If we think about your financial matters, but you know what I'm also going to say because you did mention career, and do keep in mind this is a mini reading. I could go into more detail, I could go into more depth, but there's only so much time. The last thing I'm going to say is Uranus has recently entered Gemini, and well, I'm thinking that with this recent entry, Uranus is squaring the ascendant. So I'm thinking there is a part of you that's sort of restless, nervous, anxious. Maybe you know deep down that something needs to change, or you know that change is up ahead when it comes to your career life. You know this. You can sense it. You can visualize it. But I'm thinking that what's going to happen, I would say, in about 3 years or so, right, when Uranus starts to connect with Sun, Mercury in the 6th, Moon and Libra in the 2nd, I'm thinking that's where we're really going to see major breakthroughs happen for you professionally, purpose-wise. It's like your voice is going to change. It's like your message is going to change. You're even going to walk with so much more confidence and this maybe greater lightheartedness. I am seeing here really could be significant technological shifts. It could be new ideas or insights that come through about your message, about your purpose. Could be another role, another job that you take on. And then there's the whole thing of having 2 jobs at a time with Gemini, 2 trades, two roles, 2 titles. Yeah. But something, yeah, there's certainly going to be shakeups with Uranus. And maybe you can, like I'm trying to get at, maybe you can sense that there is change upon the horizon. There's more I could say for you, Martha, but I hope this was suitable for you. Okay, we're going to explore Shay's chart. And I want to say thank you so much, Martha. Hello to Kaylee Welcome. So I have closed this particular session this evening, but next time. Though in the meantime, I'm going to mention it again, and I'm going to keep mentioning it. Basically, fill in the survey, please. If you want to travel together, I think it would be amazing. It would be amazing. Can you imagine? It would be the best. Let me know your preferences. Where do you want to go? When do you want to go? And Alexander, hello. Welcome to you. I hope you're doing well. Let me see here. Oh, Martha, brilliant. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. And the validation. You know what? Sometimes that's just what's needed. It's like, yeah, validate someone's experience. And then, because the thing is like, you know what you have to do. And I'm just here to guide. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to guide. I'm not here to tell people, what to do, how to be. I'm here to guide people. Okay, Shay, let's see. Quickly, again, I want to say, everyone, that these are mini readings. If you would like to book a full reading with me, you can visit my website, hannahselsewhere.com. Thank you. I am double checking your information, Shay. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Events coming up. Give me a moment, please, Shay, so I can look over your chart. Oh, no problem. No problem at all, Calliope. Yeah, so hopefully next time you'll be able to catch a live. Thanks for understanding. Let me see here, Shay. Okay. Right. Let's even think about here. Go to August time. August into there. All right. Okay, Shay, let's explore you. Let's talk about you. I'll not be looking at the chat, of course, whilst I read your chart, but let's do this. Okay. Firstly, what I am going to say for you here, Shay, is that over the next number of months, what will happen is the North Node will align with the ascendant in your chart. So I'm thinking about significant new themes and chapters to do with your very identity. And with Pisces, Pisces is so fluid. Pisces is so adaptable. So I'm thinking about in which ways you are going to adapt to it could be a possible new chapter. And that new chapter could also very well speak to fun, play, entertainment, time off, relaxation, pleasure, your comforts, the things that bring you joy, the things that make you feel good. And then at the same time, what will happen from September for the rest of the year coming into 2026 is that both Saturn and Neptune retrograde will come back into the first house for one final check-in. So there is something here about you reassessing your very structures. So what maybe you have been implementing or bringing form to when it comes to your identity, or new goals, new aims of yours, possible new projects. And I'm also thinking that those projects could be tied to community, could be tied to friendships, could be about your future visions, your hopes for the future. Or maybe this could even be something that's a lot more psychologically profound or spiritual. And it's also your opportunity then to possibly revisit your visions, your dreams, your fantasies, and to see in which ways also you have grown within these very areas. And what's maybe to be dissolved in a way? Which kinds of foundations, older foundations, will you dissolve or let go of? Right? Because there could be an ending, a significant ending, a closing, which could feel very healing. I'm thinking about your body, your appearance, your demeanor, your attitude, how you see life, how you see yourself. And what I'm also going to highlight is Mercury retrograde in Leo. So Mercury's currently retrograde in Leo. Well, Mercury retrograde will align with your natal North Node over the next coming days. So to remind you, Mercury retrograde will turn direct on the 11th of August. So we're really working with this energy until then. But essentially, Mercury retrograde through the 6th house, firstly, it's your opportunity to maybe look over, could be older schedules or habits or routines, but we want to consider these matters through a lens of joy, celebration, through a lens of courage and pride and dignity. There's a type of warmth to Leo. There's a confidence to Leo. So maybe a part of this is reconnecting to an extent, reconnecting with, to an extent, what you are really passionate about. Could be work-wise, service-wise, everyday-wise, right? It could be routines. So I'm thinking older matters are going to come up to the surface. And then what will occur is that such matters could be tied to your very purpose, your very life path, because, like I said, the North Node is in Leo. So your destiny calls, your destiny awaits. And maybe it wants to offer you something, offer you a perspective about communication, about how you socialize. Hey, this could be some sort of older discussion with a coworker or a colleague. I'm even thinking maybe over the next coming days or week, a certain coworker that you used to work with connects with you, or it could be a certain email or document that gets to you, and it's maybe tied to an older work scenario, or it could be a health thing. Hey, could be a health thing. And even on that note, such a health matter could be investigated, or you could get some sort of confirmation, especially if you have been waiting on a type of important piece of information to get to you. And it's interesting furthermore, because what will happen is Mercury retrograde will also oppose your natal Mercury. You've got Mercury in Aquarius with the South Node there. So this particular call, shift, new perspective, older project, it could be tied to maybe something that you have already been thinking about behind the scenes. You've maybe had certain premonitions lately or dreams lately, or maybe you've been trying to connect with what community means to you, and to a large extent. Maybe you've been wanting to hide away or to put yourself first, to go behind the scenes and not have to face life so much, because mentally it could be overwhelming. But I'm still thinking that what's really going to come through for you is it's time to attend to the practical stuff, and seeing that you have the courage, you have the bravery to do that. Okay, let's think also. Okay, more. Where else do I want to go? Where else do I want to go? Right. We also see that, yeah, all right. So we see that around the 11th of August, or just shortly after, I think, basically after Mercury turns direct, there will be the Jupiter-Venus conjunction that will happen in Cancer. So that's going to happen in your 5th house. And what's going to occur is it'll make squares to this natal Jupiter in Libra. So I'm thinking there could be a compromise that's needed. There could be a reconciliation. There could be hopefully a win-win outcome when it comes to providing for, it could be your children. It could be about how you share with your spouse when it comes to your children, or it could be about how you share in general. So sharing with your significant other, this could be, for instance, a partner from the past, or this could also be about you wanting to spend more time with your children. And then there needs to be a compromise to do that. Or, hey, it could be a case of greater harmony needed, greater balance needed. So that could be a potential event that happens this could be August time, middle of August. And it might even be somewhat overstimulating. Like there's this big emphasis on, okay, I need to be really correct in terms of legal stuff, documents, contracts. I need to get this right. There's something even partly serious about this whole experience because Saturn is still conjunct Jupiter in your chart. So again, I'm considering here that these themes I mentioned, it's so much about time off, children, even creative projects. Hey, that could be another thing. Maybe a part of you is wanting more time off. A part of you is wanting to negotiate when it comes to time off. Okay, let's see. We also have Venus, which will enter into your 6th house, which will happen, let me see. That will happen at the end of August. Yeah, 25th of August. So 25th of August, and then for some weeks throughout September. Venus will travel through the 6th house area for you. And what will happen is Venus will eventually oppose this Mercury and Saturn influence in the 12th. So we really are getting from this, basically, Shay, I'm thinking about the themes to do with your physical health and your spiritual wisdom, your spiritual body. We're seeing this balancing act when it comes to how you show up within the world every day, practically getting through your tasks, the mundane stuff, versus who you are when no one is watching. Or we could also look at this through a lens of the hidden self, the hidden version of you. I'm thinking that because we do have the new moon in Leo coming up, the new moon in Leo, the full moon in Aquarius coming up too, you are about to, you're about to shed old skin to do with these Aquarian themes, right? So there could be some kind of realization or revelation about your uniqueness, your independence, about your objectivity, but that's also going to be challenged. Of course, Leo season is coming. That's going to start from about the 22nd of July. That's going to be challenged by your ego, your heart, by something that maybe you need to express or say, right? Mercury retrograde, we go back to Mercury retrograde. So I am thinking that there could be some tension in terms of power struggles, right? For example, this could be about you being in many ways forced to address it could be a work scenario, it could be a service scenario, it could be a health matter, a routine adjustment that's required, and maybe that involves, again, it involves largely a partner, it involves a significant other, because like I said, Venus is also going to come into Leo towards the end of August. But if you can maybe look at this as, okay, if there is an imbalance in any way that is maybe too overwhelming, how can you perhaps come back to this? I would even suggest, come back to this spiritual you, come back to this question of even how you might be getting in your own way. What are there could be some creative blocks, mental blocks. And then I'm also thinking that this is about balancing both your head and your heart, and having to face the hard stuff. Okay, you wanted the good, you wanted the bad, right? Because Mercury conjunct Mars, it can be argumentative, it can be very disagreeable. And then with the oppositions coming, with all the Leo over the next month or so, number of weeks, we could see this struggle. We could see the arguments not getting along. But what will support you here, we go back to what? We go back to negotiation. We go back to diplomacy. Hopefully looking at it through a lens of win-win outcomes. Okay. And once more, I'm thinking that a lot of this stuff it's a case of having to address the everyday stuff, the everyday matters that might seem could be a bit boring, a bit mundane, but in actuality, hopefully with this Leo influence, you will be reminded that, you can do this. You can be confident in this. You can show bravery through this. I imagine the strength card, the tarot card, the strength card. It's the image of the lady who is calmly taming the lion, just calmly. So yeah, what I'm getting from this is you trying to really manage your impulses, to manage this part of you that might just want to go off and say and be reckless with your words or whatever. Leo says, okay, connect with your heart. You will get through this. You have the strength to get through this. Okay, Shay, I could say more. But we only have a short period of time, and that was your mini reading. I hope it was somewhat beneficial. It's always good to talk about things when you see the whole chart. It's always good. And let me see here. Hello to Christopher. Welcome to you. Hello, Raisa. Welcome. I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you here. So only now, Mr. Oh, amazing, Calliope. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Very, very much appreciated. And that's going to be me then, everybody. And Shay, yay, Shay. I hope that was helpful. Again, I tried to sort of cram in as much as I could within such a short period of time. But like I'm saying here, these are mini readings. I'm really going on. I'm basically on the spot, right? I'm on the spot and it's live, and a good way then to really get to the depths of things, to get details on things, to go deeper, to go further, is to book a reading with me. And that is by going to hannahselsewhere.com. But this has been today's session. I hope I was able to guide in some way, shape, or form. And I was able to support you and encourage you. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a lovely rest to your Sunday. And another reminder, if you haven't already, please fill in the survey, because it would be absolutely amazing if we could travel together. I can see it now. Can you visualize it? Can you visualize it? All of us together in person talking about astrology, visiting a new destination. May not be a new destination for you, but it's still a destination. It would be great. Really. I would love to meet you in person and not just on a chat, right? Shay, thank you so much. You're very kind. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Everyone, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for all of your support. And right, so that's great. I'm so glad. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. Awesome. It's going to be your season very soon. Yes, Leo season is coming, everybody. Time to shine. Time to shine. Anyway, I'm going to get going and stay tuned.